The transmission is installed, the prop shafts are installed, the muffler is installed.
Yeah, there are 45,000 people listening to me and you not.
We're gonna fix at least one oil leak, which is one step forward into putting that car back together. So we are removing the slave cylinder from our clutch. I would have thought now it's named the thrust bearing.
There it is. It probably would have lasted another.
Looks like brand new. Yeah, we are taking stuff off the transmission.
Here's the O-ring, and this is an extremely high quality shift linkage, I gotta say. I mean, after 16 years, it does
17.
After 17 years, it doesn't have the slightest amount of slop or play. Get this pin off, and I think we're gonna have to take the transfer case off.
What? I have a handle here.
Yep. There we go. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Everything is so easy now.
Let me do it, I'm faster than you. Okay, watch it. Now.
Oh, beautiful.
There's oil right here.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Oh.
So we do have a leak. We're gonna have to replace either this seal or this seal. So inspect which one it is. I wanna say it's this seal. And I have this seal on stock.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So that's good that we opened this up. We're gonna replace the seal here. Can you go get that seal in our seal stack? It says transfer case input.
It does. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, it fits. It's the right seal.
I cannot believe we have that at home.
Yeah. Got it out. There's the pin. Very well. Thank you, Robin. I bought this little seal. Let's put it next to it. See if it fits.
Yep.
It does look decent, doesn't it? Oh my God, it has like a little tiny lip here up front.
That's gonna be a major debacle.
Now we're gonna have to build a seal extractor tool.
Yeah, so whatever he's building.
O-ring extractor.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get things done.
We're gonna try.
Okay, now you gotta say that with more confidence.
Yeah, right now there is no confidence. See, now I can flatten this edge around.
Yeah.
See, this is actually not looking completely stupid. See, now we got here a nice lip.
Oh.
That looks not entirely stupid. Now I'm gonna grind this to the right shape. So my idea is to scoop this in there now with this little lip I put on. It's not, see, I can scoop this in there behind the seal ring.
Battery is empty.
Okay, here, we'll try now.
What the hell are we doing? Oh, I know what he's doing. Wait, let me get in position.
Look at that. Oh my God, now I'm impressed myself that this worked.
Oh my God.
See how it is like the winding of a first thread? So I took it and I scooped it under the seal like this. And then it was deep enough in. I knocked it in with a hammer. So it scooped behind the seal. And that's how I scooped it forward with my pull hammer. That had a touch of German engineering in it.
I'm impressed.
So we're gonna have to make a tool to press in the new one.
Oh. Oh, it looks also really deformed because we had to.
Because we had to wind it out.
Yeah.
So this actually may work. This is made out of an old mountain bike handlebar. We're gonna put some lube on the shaft only, but not on the outside of the seal. Feels good. Use my special tool. And there it's seated under flush. So I won't go any deeper. It looks fine to me. I'm pretty happy with it, yes. Saved about $4,000 at Land Rover. Body off, engine out, transmission out. New ZF gearbox because the seal is leaking, because they've been telling you that's that seal. This transmission, you know, probably lasts through the life of the car, but it is certainly not new anymore. But there was red rust, I think
Friction rust.
I think some people called it threading rust, I'm not sure, on here. And there's an O-ring in here, which we don't have a spare now, but we have the correct grease we can put back on. So now let's replace this seal. Now it's of course kind of important that I don't slip in there and break the drill off.
Oh my God.
I got a wood screw here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to get this wood screw in. Yeah, now it's in.
Oh, I took it off.
Oh, you took it away already? That is horrible.
Where did I put it? Here. That's my job.
Okay, let's see if it's moving. That's the thing. We have to get the dust out.
Exactly. Take out the dirt first before it falls inside and...
Yeah.
Coming?
Oh. Wow.
Ooh, let me see inside. That looks now... Ooh, another ball bearing.
Now we did measure how deep that seal was pressed in before we took it out. And I wrote the measurements down here.
Yeah,
see?
and it was definitely...
And what are we going to do?
We're going to fabricate a tool, a seating tool.
We do.
With these dimensions. It is a common practice to drill a wood screw into a seal to retract it. Even Sarah and Tune does that. I highly doubted that we had an aluminum tubing with the right dimensions, and what do I know?
Okay, I tell you how this works, that I got a tubing like this in my stock right in the minute where I need it. Because I'm walking by our trash container every day since 30 years. And if I see something like that in there, I grab it and throw it in my aluminum box, okay? And just recently, my company issued a statement that this is no longer legal. But it was okay for 30 years, so I got enough.
Oh my God. Christian marked 28.2 millimeters on his aluminum tube.
So, we'll put the new seal on. There's the Corteco seal.
Yes.
That's the number, the white one.
Yep.
Ooh, it's quite tight actually.
Yes. Perfect actually, Christian.
See what I'm gonna do now?
Yeah.
Is I'm gonna mark it. This way we see where it is on my
It's
black
perfect,
line.
Christian. Yeah.
So this baby now needs this new lubrication grease, which came in that little syringe. It was in a little plastic bag. Can you get that?
Yeah. That's what he's talking about. He could have just said, well, that syringe doesn't belong there. And then I know exactly what he's talking about.
So there's actually an O-ring in here to prevent the anti-seize grease from Land Rover here. They sell it for the price of 25 euros and it comes with this O-ring. So the O-ring goes in here. I don't have much left. Goes on here. Okay. So make sure it goes all the way here to the O-ring seat.
It's the stuff we used on the Challenger. A little bit more here.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. And now I need this bolt what was lying here. You took it away.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I put it in here.
Oh, but before we can put this on, we actually got to mount this linkage here first.
Yeah.
Put some of that anti-seize on here.
Oh yes, I did.
Oh, does it go on this way or this way?
I don't know.
I think this way. It would be a debacle if it's wrong. What's called a roll pin? No?
Oh, I've never seen one of those.
A roll pin? Yeah, they're very rare. There we go. Good enough?
Oh, we don't have to make it flush?
No.
Really?
It's already sticking out on the bottom. Doing this without Robin.
Without any help from me.
Get the weight off it.
Wrenches.
Put away.
Yes, I had to clean up. We had a job in the meantime, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I can't do anything right at the moment, so I better leave.
Everything is right.
So he's gonna be busy for a while.
I probably have to sleep on the couch today because of a bolt.
So they get torqued to 45 Newton meters.
Torque wrench doesn't capture all of them, but we're gonna do first the ones which we can capture.
So when the transmission is installed, you need a tool like that, like here. We have a video about it to get these two bolts out. Christian built that. Click, click.
Your click was too early.
The gear shifter. Oh, I can't wait to drive a manual transmission.
So this goes back on here. All this stuff is like new after so many years.
Yeah.
And the parts are so high quality. There, the snaps in here. Yeah.
Christian is annoyed by everything.
Everything is put away.
That's how it goes.
Look at this piece. This is stainless steel.
Really?
I mean, Land Rover stuff is not cheap, okay? Go in here on this side. There is this little clip, which is like the weirdest clip I've seen in my life. It has like a washer out of stainless steel integrated into it. So I'm using my snap ring plier to install the most complicated clip on the planet.
Perfect.
Who dreams up stuff like that? Try to fix that on the Canning stock route. I'm gonna put some grease on here. And again, this one is also, the little O-ring goes on. I mean, it wouldn't be good enough to just have this piece on. No, it gotta have an O-ring on. And it's stainless steel again. And I think I don't even need my plier. It's chamfered. Look at that. Oh man, this is impressive.
So we're almost done with the
So
transmission.
transmission is set to go. We're gonna improve that insulation here.
So Christian definitely watches too many Sarah and Tuned videos.
I got this all beautifully wrapped with the tape we couldn't find yesterday because I found it and it was here in front of your nose. So I want to say it's your fault, even if I put it away. See?
Oh, it was hidden in a box. I knew that box. So that's heat deflecting tape?
Yes, it's the same stuff you would use for ducts in your furnace room.
Ah, yeah.
Just a tiny bit thicker. And then I also got, I showed this in another video already, fabric tape. Everything I buy is from Tesa because it's a German brand and it's really good, okay? And that was formerly used by the people who glue themselves to the road using super glue. When they originally started out, they used Tesa tape, okay? But that was too easy to remove and then they converted to super glue.
Yeah.
The other thing we got now solved is the mystery with my
Thrust bearing.
thrust bearing. I call it thrust bearing, but I think it's called the whatever actuation assembly for the clutch. This is the old one and it was nicely centered. And when the new one, you know, I got all pissed off and it came out of the box, it looked like this. So,
Yeah.
and I thought it's all wrong, but the Germans who designed this actually put in a self-adjusting function. So in case something is not running true, this bearing will self-adjust it once after startup when you actuate the clutch. So it's actually, the Germans outsmarted the German. And then I got all pissed. I show you a little clip here.
Yeah.
This is absolutely ridiculous. That it's a German company. They probably already laid off all the people, completely screwed up. I'm just completely disappointed. How can a German company produce some crap like this, put it in a box and sell it? No reason to produce crap like this. This is a complete no-go. So now my trust in German ZF products is restored.
Oh, we love ZF products.
Yes, there's not much good stuff in Germany, and I still consider ZF being one of the good things. This is all beautifully machined. It's a good component, and we can install this now, which really completes this transmission, and then we can put that transmission in. You're not wearing any shoes?
No, well, not yet.
That even beats Sarah and you. You're in my workshop not wearing any shoes. And that's one small step for man and one giant leap in that LR3 Discovery rebuild.
So what about the cable that we cut?
Oh, I got a new one. I just couldn't install it.
Yeah, don't we want to install it now?
We install it now. It's really a nice fit. No big deal. We put this on here. We put a couple of bolts in.
I actually bought a long extension.
Aren't you losing torque when you use extensions on your torque wrench? No, you don't. You confuse that with your Ooga Dooga. Your Ooga Dooga loses torque when you use extensions. But it says 10 Newton meters because it's M6. But I think it can also hold 11, okay? Because it just feels like absolutely nothing. I would go by much more if I would torque this by hand. Now we'll open this up here. That's where this piece goes in.
What? That does not look nice.
No, it looks nice. I cleaned it all. What are you talking about? There?
Yeah, somebody commented our engine looked so clean and all nice and it came out clean. It did not. Christian spent a lot of time cleaning, but only Sarah and Tune gets away with publishing a video on cleaning stuff. Nobody's gonna watch Christian clean for 20 minutes.
I'm gonna put some silicone grease on that O-ring. See how nicely this fits like on a Toyota.
You know the torque, let me hold it.
Yes. And then you can tell the next story.
Yes.
10 Newton meters clickety-click torque because they say so. This is the bleed nipple, which we're gonna have to use to bleed that hydraulic clutch. See, it's loose right now. See
Okay.
that? And here there is gonna be a metal clip now inserted.
Oh God, I
which
hope you have it.
Goes in like this.
How did you get it out?
Well, with a little yellow screwdriver.
Oh, okay.
It would have worked with a red screwdriver too.
Are you still? Oh, you're not done.
We're not done yet. We're gonna be done in 2 hours. Then you can tell a story.
Okay. Oh, now the 68 euro piece.
And I'm gonna put some silicone grease on that O-ring as well, because they are just inserted then so much nicer, and it lets you guys think that I know what I'm doing.
Don't tell me I have to do it off camera.
I think this might be an off-camera job. This is more complicated than I thought. How am I gonna get this on here? I outsmarted this assembly. See, what I gotta do is I gotta plug it in here first, and then I rotate this around like this, clip this in here like this, and now I can put my bolt in, and everybody knows that I'm smart. And I gotta put a little metal clip in here, which Land Rover didn't give me for the 68 euros.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
See, clip is in. Put this little plug on here. This completes our transmission assembly, and now we put it in the vehicle, and you can tell now stories for half an hour. What an engineer has in mind when he designs this, I don't know, but I think he had a really bad day, and instead of going to work and making progress, he was just stepping on the same spot, going in circles.
That transmission gets installed into several cars, and on a Land Rover you have room, but on other smaller cars you just need every square inch that's available.
My story was better, okay? The guy came to work and he said, well, I'm not gonna make much progress today. I just gonna step around in circles, and that's what he did. That's the explanation. I mean, this connection is exactly the same as this connection. Why did the line coming from the vehicle not directly plug in here? I tell you what, this guy thought, well, if I plug it right away in here, I'm gonna be done one day early, and next time they cut my budget, so I'm gonna step around in circles for a day, and I do it like this.
Or the guy who let the line come in here messed up, and he had to solve it.
And that's the fix for it?
Yeah, apparently.
That's the potential, yeah. So this is the one engineering group had that angle all wrong, okay? And then the other engineering group
Some
had to
group
fix it.
didn't talk to the other group.
You gotta steer it up front. Slowly. here underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch it. I'm gonna lower it. I'm just gonna, give it some stretch here.
Unbelievable, but you're gonna torque the bolt, the transmission bolt.
We didn't torque it last time, drove around with it loose.
No, we didn't. So he got it disconnected.
I'm gonna move this out.
Beautiful. Oh my God. Look at that. Our Discovery 4s are hiding in the garden.
Yeah, it's too hot for them up here, so we put them in the shade.
Install the diesel cooler. It will be connected later on when the radiator is installed, because that's where that hose goes. Now we're going to install the front prop shaft, and we actually rarely touch that part.
And of course we had them marked when we took them out, so there is a good chance when we install them now that they actually installed the right way, if I didn't screw up my marking.
Yeah. Doesn't that look beautiful?
It does look like that's what I meant. You're supposed to use new bolts. Land Rover specifies that in their manual, and of course you don't.
I mean, we don't. They get their final torque once the body is installed, and I can push the brake again.
That's correct.
That was the most complicated way to tighten those bolts. Oh, he's gonna get everything dirty again in here.
Let's put this thing in. Some useless piece you need in Germany. Now I wanted to say something about the rusty front drive shaft. The reason I did not paint that drive shaft is because I wanted it to look just like on a brand new Ford Bronco, where the drive shaft is completely rusted when it comes out of the factory. I think that's very classic looking, okay? There we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Installing my cheap Chinese rear prop shaft.
Can you hand me one of the bolts for the center bearing?
Which one?
The one for the center bearing.
I have 3 different
Yeah, the
bolts.
one with the hex head.
Oh, yes, I got that one.
Okay. Now this is actually a little easier to do from underneath. It could drop now here. Can you hold it here in the back? Cheap Chinese drive shaft, it's holding up. It's not as good as an OEM. I think if we don't feel it at 180 on the Autobahn, that's as fast as the LR3 goes. I think nobody else will.
The center bearing is also like new still. We bought the cheap Chinese prop shaft because the center bearing on the original GKN prop shaft was disintegrated. And people wrote, well, why don't you just replace the center bearing? Because of that boot, you have to chisel that one off.
You will not be able to chisel this one off and reuse it, and you can't get a spare for it, okay?
Yeah.
So you will be driving around with a leaky boot. And then there is a fix to actually replace that center bearing by using a different mount. That mount is 250 euros approximately, and the drive shaft is only 139, and it gets you
120 euros it was, with shipping. That's why we went with a cheap Chinese option.
Oh, this is so cheap Chinese.
It's so beautiful. Yes, also the rear prop shaft will be torqued once the body is on and I can hit the brakes. And one less piece that's lying around. How cool. Oh my God, it looks almost like a Rolls-Royce again.
Okay, and remember guys, it's 32 degrees today. This is pretty much complete. We can actually put the wheels on, and that's it.
And what about the muffler?
Oh yeah, we got to raise it up, put the muffler on.
Yeah. Oh, and then now it's obvious, Christian. So it does not go to the frame.
But we still don't know which one of these pieces goes now where.
Well, one goes here, and that is definitely the longer one.
But that looks indeed a little bit more like the shorter one.
The transmission is installed, the prop shafts are installed, the muffler is installed.
this pretty much completes our video this week. Our frame is completely assembled. We just got to put some wheels on and get it out of the way, and we can get the chassis back on the hoist and then work on the chassis. But before we do that, we're going to do the engine. And you
Finally.
will have to watch a couple of engine assembly videos. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please think about subscribing. And we also want to thank our Patreons a lot for their support. And
We'll see you next Sunday.
that's it. It's hot. It's 32 degrees.
Yes, we're going to go swimming now.